Welcome to Talking Insights. I'm your host, Antonio. Today I'm here with Lucy and Iosetta. They'll be doing a brilliant workshop next month called Beyond Storytelling. Thank you for being here, sir.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you for being here. Can you tell me a bit more about the workshop and what's Beyond Storytelling? Tell me everything.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Well, we've all been having storytelling training, and some of us have been doing it for quite some time, at least 10 years, I think. And whilst that has improved the way that we communicate in lots of ways, and that it's really helped, especially people in insights, to write better reports and to do better presentations, it still hasn't made that much difference to how much the voice of the customer is heard within organizations. And obviously, if our role is really to bring the voice of the people into organizations and companies and brands, we need to really work harder at our internal communications and our strategies for that. So this is really about ensuring we take those wonderful storytelling reports, some of them are wonderful, some of them are not so wonderful, and make sure that we're really communicating in a campaign sense. So we're actually driving those messages through internally. So that's the principle of it. And I will be doing it with my lovely colleague Iosetta, who is here.
Yeah, hi.
And Iosetta's a particular specialist on ensuring that messages, you develop the right messages for the right audiences and they land.
Yeah. I think this is very interesting. It's a very interesting topic because there's a misconception, I think, when it comes to talking about storytelling that is mostly, if not exclusively, implementational and executional. While I think, the work that we do and what we strongly believe in is that to really make sure that the message lands, you always need to start from the strategy. So it doesn't matter how big or small the project is, you need to first understand precisely what is the message that you really want to communicate and who are you talking to, who is the audience. So, with the internal comms work that we do, oftentimes the audience is internal. So it's, it's the stakeholders, the C-suite. And so you need to make sure that you really truly understand them. And that's not always as easy as it sounds. And so, I think taking the step back and really, thinking about that beyond storytelling in the sense of start from the strategy, take a step back, think about specifically who are you talking to, what do you want them to remember, then that will smoothly lead you into the actual implementation, but that always comes after.
Yeah. And it's about thinking about, once you've landed that message, what you want them to do. Mm-hmm. So really what we're doing is we're applying a lot of what we do in marketing as a marketing agency in terms of things like calls to action, in terms of things like really understanding your audience. And we're applying that to insights and data internally within client organizations. And so this is the training to help you do that.
And kind of almost control the narrative about what the clients are doing and what the companies are doing.
Exactly. I always say, people in insights have a lot of power, right? They have the voice of the people. Mm-hmm. That is huge. So they can control that narrative. They can decide, they can choose what is heard within their organizations. And I think that giving people both the confidence and the ability, the skills to do that is absolutely vital.
Nice. And so basically during this workshop, you're also going to be talking about what is good communication, how to deal with what's an insight and how to control the narrative, right? And are you going to also showcase a bit about how to do a briefing, all those stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, the briefing kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier, the strategic phase, in order to be able to deliver something good, you always need to have a good brief. So, a lot of the work to understand that single overriding message that you want to get through is about, understanding your objectives, why we're doing this, what does good look like at the end of it, and all that falls into ultimately a creative brief, and really detailing those specifics. So we will cover the brief, we will cover how good communication looks like. And I think, again, not only PowerPoints, there's so much more to it that is not just PowerPoints. We, work with videos, work with infographics, we do interviews with the team. So it's so engaging and it's so fun. And so we just want to make sure that people don't think that this is just another session on how to create a good PowerPoint.
Exactly.
And the technology nowadays, kind of helps you to do that. There's so many interactive tools for you to use on those sessions and to use on those briefings and everything that it helps you get engaged with people and people feel something.
Exactly. That's exactly the point.
That's great. So when is this? 22 of October, the first one, right?
I think so. You tell us. Yeah, I think it's the 22nd, 23rd and 24th.
Okay.
And I think it's in the afternoon UK time. I'm not sure what time that is for everybody else, obviously, but it's it's 3 days in a row, and we'll split it up, but it will be very much a continued process. So if you join at the beginning, you're not going to want to drop out. You're going to want to do the whole thing. So make sure that the diary's blocked and you're clear. You've got a clear run at it.
Our colleague Simon, who isn't with us today, he'll be running the design part, and he's brilliant at it. He does a lot of trainings around it, so that's another really essential part which we can't really necessarily speak about too much because we're not the experts.
But it's about the main principle is it's about having a holistic approach to thinking about your communication as a campaign, and so obviously design is an enormous part of that.
So make sure to listen to the full story, like the
Absolutely.
beginning, the middle, and the end of the 3 parts.
Ready to spice up the storytelling.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, thank you so much for being here. I don't know if you want to say anything else.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yes.
Hopefully I'll have a bit more of a voice by then.
Well, the links will be in the description of the episode, so feel free to click the links and go there on the 22nd of October and enjoy the workshop. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
You too.